Hi, so you want to move to the UK through the study route. Here is a summary of all that needs to be done to get you into the United Kingdom. Number one, and of course, one of the most important bits of this journey is to get your international passport. Getting a Nigerian international passport, whether in the Nigerian system, airspace, or anywhere else actually, is almost like trying to get a donkey through the needle high. But it is doable. People are doing it every now and then through tipping officers here and there, paying more than the official rate, and all sort of, ways to make things easy. But just get it done. Get international passport, because how do we stamp you a visa? How do you get an entry visa if you don't have an international passport? So yeah, international passport tops the list. But while you wait for your international passport to be out, if you don't have it, you can begin to search for schools. Know the course you want to study or you want to come study, and then begin to search for schools that offer that course. I hate to see in my DM people asking, oh, I want to study this course. What schools offer this course? Of course, Google is there for everyone. This information is free and everywhere. Go on Google, type in the course you want to study, and ask Google to tell you what institutions offer this course. And you will definitely get a list that you can work with. Begin your school search. Start to narrow the school down, either through city if you are sure of what city you want to be in, or through country if you are sure if you want to be in England or Scotland or Wales or any of the kingdoms. You can narrow the search down also through that. That's a filter. If you have a tuition budget, you can also narrow down things with tuition budget. Get your international passport. Begin your school search when you already established the course you want to study, and of course, begin to apply to the schools. Once you know the school you want to study at, begin to apply to the schools, and then your offers will begin to roll in. I would advise apply to at least 3 to 5 schools, because again, this is a season where so many people are trying to come into the UK. It started off from September last year, and the surge keeps going up and up and up. So yes, apply to as much school as you can, and when the offers begin to come in, make a decision on which of the schools you would like to go for. When you have decided the school, check your offer letter again. See what the deposit rate is. Excuse the noise, please. See what the deposit rate is. Make your deposit payment as soon as you can. If you're in Nigeria and you're seeing this, please plan to pay at least 50% of your tuition, because a lot of things are happening with fees payment right now in the UK, and schools are even beginning to ask for at least 50% of payment before CAS is issued. So don't be surprised when you see on your offer letter that your school is requested that you pay 4,000 for deposit, and then just before it is time to apply for visa, they ask you to pay more fees to get your CAS. Guys, plan to pay at least 50% of your tuition for your deposit. That makes a lot of things easy for you as a Nigerian student. When you've paid your deposit, of course, what is left is to wait on your school to issue your CAS. Most schools are again beginning to ask that you attend a pre-CAS interview or you fill a pre-CAS form, whether it's called CAS Shield or CAS Questionnaire. Different schools have different nomenclature for these things, but all of it means that the school is trying to confirm your credibility as a student. Of course, a lot of students came in last year and have messed the system up, and so now schools are beginning to take things more stringent and are just putting in a lot of stringent rules to make sure that they are getting authentic and credible students into their system. So please prepare for your pre-CAS interview. I have a video that will go up anytime soon on my YouTube channel where I have shared information about how to pass your pre-CAS. Of course, I also have a video on this page that I had with a guest where we also share information, tips on how to pass your pre-CAS. Please check all of that out. Take your pre-CAS very seriously, because honestly, I don't know what else is more important in this process than getting a CAS, because once you get your CAS, your visa is almost 100%, as long as again your proof of funds is also intact. So yes, get your CAS. And speaking of proof of funds, so most schools will ask to see your proof of funds. A lot of schools who didn't even used to ask for proof of funds are now asking for proof of funds this year, just to show that you have the funds to pay your fees. Because let's face it, a lot of our Nigerian brothers have spoiled ground. That's just the simple truth. So please get your funds ready. Show your proof as you apply for your CAS, and if your school didn't request for it, you don't need to show it. Just get things ready. Of course, do your TB test. You need to apply for book an appointment online and go for your test. Get your certificate ready, your proof of funds for your CAS. If your school does not ask for all of that, they just issue your CAS. Good for you. Get your CAS and then get your TB ready again, plus your proof of funds. And yes, once you have your CAS, you have your TB test certificate, you have a proof of funds that has met the 28 days rule. If you don't know what this means, again, please check this page. I've explained in detail what that means. Again, I'm probably going to do another separate video where I explain the 28-day rule for your proof of funds, because a lot of people are getting this all confused and all. I'm going to try to break it down. Your funds have to have sat in your account for at least 28 days before you print the statement out, and your statement must still be valid as at the time you are using the statement to apply for your visa. So yes, you can use the same statement for both your CAS and your visa application, but be sure that at the time when you're applying for your visa application, the date on the statement is still within time. So yes, once you have your proof of funds, your CAS is there, your TB is there, and you can still find all your certificate that you used to apply for your studies. Of course, you are good to go. Put in your visa application. Once you get your visa, jet out of the country. And yes, welcome to the new dispensation.